PartyGammon.com.
Welcome back to the PartyGammon.com Million. We've witnessed some incredible games at this tournament so far. Some have been left running in circles, others defending their corner. The stakes are high and the tension is mounting here in the Caribbean.
Backgammon is played on a board consisting of 24 narrow triangles called points. The board is divided into 4 quadrants, each player's home and outer boards. These are separated from each other by a ridge down the center called the bar. The point furthest away for one player is their 24 point, and it is also their opponent's 1 point. At the start of a game, each player has 15 checkers of his own color, 2 on his 24 point, 5 on the 13 point, 3 on the 8 point, and 5 on the 6 point. Each player uses 2 dice. A doubling cube with the numerals 2 to 64 is used to raise the stakes of the game. The object of the game is to bear all your checkers off before your opponent. They cannot start to do this until all checkers are in their home board.
Well, now you know how to play. Let's get back to the stormy action here in the sun. The doubles final was shaping up to be a bit of a blunderbuss. On one side, Telcher and Bonding, the too talkative pair. How would they fare against the stoicism of Fernandez and Toft? Would it be hit or holler? Well, there was only one way to find out.
And what a doubles final this promises to be. On the left, the Northern European poker players versus the chess players from South America on the right. A 9-point match. They're playing for $40,000. Winner takes all. I'm joined here, as usual, by Kent Goulding in the commentary box. Kent, you were a chess player, weren't you?
Oh, absolutely. I came from a chess background, and there's something really fascinating about chess players and backgammon. Chess players make theoretically excellent backgammon players. The transference of skills is very, very high. They recognize patterns well. They think ahead. They can see what's going to happen. The problem with chess players and backgammon is they tend to, after a short period of time, jump out the window. The luck element drives them absolutely nuts. Christian Toth and Leo Fernandez have generally overcome that.
I remember your story. It's great. You said, imagine you can checkmate the next move with a rook, but then you have to roll the dice to decide whether you can move the rook. A great analogy.
Okay, well, we're joining the action in the 7th game of this 9-point match. The score is currently 4-3 in favor of Bonding and Telcher, and the early opening is the usual jockeying to try to make an anchor, try to make blocking points. Both sides making some progress, although Bonding and Telcher have a very slight edge here.
Yeah. As we can see, the usual hitting on the bar, on the key points. Toth Fernandez now looking at the 2 options. Shall they hit on the outside, gaining momentum in the race, or shall they try establish the firmer foundations of their own bar point?
They can also hit 2 checkers. I actually like the play they're looking at here. Just they don't have enough ammunition up front to really launch an attack. So let's hit in the back, spring one of our own back checkers, and strip away the opponent's checker. This is another play, which is to hit 2. But I look at this sort of as embarking on a war with no exit strategy. Without enough troops in place here, if this plan fails, it's going to leave an awful, awful mess.
Absolutely. There are too few backup troops here. The 3 men behind and the 4 on the midpoint. There are insufficient men, even if you are lucky on this roll, to capitalize on that advantage.
Well, they've chosen to go, all in. They've sent all their troops in battle. What's going to happen? A 3 would be critical. No, it's not a 3. It's double 5s. A monster roll.
Absolutely. What a turnaround that mode. Look at the percentage changes now from 7, almost reversal in fortunes after that double 5. 4-2 is a great response, an opportunity to build that advanced anchor, which is exactly what Toth Fernandez are looking at now.
Right, there's actually 2 choices here. I like what they first looked at, which I think you like too, Julian. But this play kind of goes for everything. I think it's too optimistic, but they make an anchor and they strengthen their home board. Now we've flashed ahead a few moves.
Yes, the chess players are on the bar. They've rolled a double 5. They're staying there. I think the poker players are, what are they doing? Thinking they're going all in?
Yeah, they're thinking about raising the stakes here. This is in fact a very strong double. They might even be talking about, is it too good to double? If you're going to double, it always pays to take a little bit of time because your opponent's not going to know, are you thinking, am I doubling because it's not quite good enough, or it's too good? I think this is a very, very powerful double. Julian?
It's a strong double, I agree. It's also probably difficult to drop. Toth Fernandez, they have an anchor. They do have 3 home points, no wasted men. I think it's playable.
Yeah, I'd actually give it up, but there is some play, and now we're going to find out.
The 6-1. I think Bonding Telcher would have ideally liked to button up those open blots. Instead, we'll see them coming round and get some flexibility, trying to establish the 7 and 4 point. The 4 point now becoming a focal point for this match that could have been made previously with Toth Fernandez.
Right, I actually sort of like this play. I don't think there's any urgency to safety that back checker. This gives them flexibility to attack, as you said. Now it's critical. They really want to get 5-3. They stayed on the bar.
Another fan, they really didn't want to. There was only 9 rolls which prevented them coming in. They found one.
Oh, double twos. A great shot. We've moved forward a couple of rolls. Bonding and Telcher have had the better of it. Now double twos, there's 3 possible plays. Let's see if they give us a chance to see them. One is just to keep that checker going all the way to the ace point and make the ace point. A second play is to hit and make their 4 point. They've already hit. They're going to do that. See, there's the first play I talked about.
Yep.
A second play would be to make the 4 point, and a third play would just be to keep the blockade. What do you think of this, Julian?
I like this position. I think the blockade takes priority. The straggler on the 1 point shouldn't be made. 4 point would be my second choice, but I much prefer keeping the 7 and 8 anchor, the effective prime against Toth Fernandez.
Right. Well, with a this strong of a prime with 4 checkers behind it, the priming game is often right. Now we've moved forward again. Now there's a huge struggle to make this point, to make the 21 point, Black's 4 point. If Leo and Christian can get away with that, they've got a very, very playable game. If they can't, they'll be stuck on a questionably timed 2 point game, which is bad indeed.
It's just highlighting how critical